Okay, so in the last segment, I showed you guys how to remove the glass and LCD from a Unibody MacBook or MacBook Pro, and now I'm going to be kind and try to show you how to put the LCD back in. And if you thought that it was annoying getting the inverter cable on a MacBook reseated after an LCD replacement, oh, wait until you have fun with the LVDS on the MacBook Pro Unibodies. Now, it's not impossible by any means, but the cable that basically, here's your LVDS connector, which is right down there. Let me show you a little bit of a better picture there. There we go. And that needs to plug in to the cable that is now hidden down there. You see that little gold connector? Unfortunately, I can't point at it any better without potentially dropping the machine. That would be no fun. So the connector that I was referring to is a little gold connector that is the LVDS cable that's right down here. The only side that it has some wiggle room on is on the right-hand side. So on the right-hand side, you can get it to come up at an angle. The left-hand side is pretty stuck in there. You don't want to budge that too much. And unfortunately, the frame here is also pretty securely glued to the display rear housing. So I really don't think that there is a better way to do this than just being patient and finagling it. So now remember that on the top of the LVDS cable, the connector that's down here, there's that bracket, that silver bracket. That bracket can be really helpful in this situation because you can use it for a little bit of leverage, but it's a very weak bracket. So you don't want to pull on it because that bracket will pop off or it will bend, and you're going to need that to make sure that the LVDS securely stays in place right after, well, after the repair and for the lifetime of the machine. So I am going to use that bracket just to grab the cable at first, but then as soon as I grab the cable, I actually slide my black stick underneath the gold connector of the cable, and I'm just going to get it out of the way of my LCD that I'm sliding in here. Now with one hand I'm going to hold on to the LCD, and now I'm going to very gingerly, using a black stick, you notice I'm not using my favorite windy tool this time. I'm not using this because this is metal and the LVDS is a very gentle connector. So I'm just using my black stick, also called a nylon probe tool. I've been asked in my videos where you can get these. I like getting them from MCM Electronics. I get a lot of my tools from MCM Electronics. You can also get them, I believe, from Tesco, and there are a lot of other tool sites. So I'm finagling it here. Oh, cool. That slid right into place. Okay, and then I just have to lock it into place. Great. I slide the LCD back in. And from here, it's pretty darn easy. From here, you just want to put the 6 screws that you took out of the LCD right back. And then the big question is, well, how do I reattach the glass? So let's go ahead and get our screws for the LCD back in. Okay, and now I've got some double stick tape, nice thin double stick tape, and I'm going to make small pieces of it here, and I'm just going to put it around the edge. And one thing that I want to make sure not to do is get it on the black rubber ring that goes around the display housing. The reason that I want to make sure not to get it there is that it will show when you put the glass panel right back in. This should be common sense, but when I'm doing this, I'm making sure not to cover any screws in case I need to come back in here at some point. You can cover the magnets, that's okay. I've noticed that they already have glue residue on them. That should do it. So I'm just peeling off the reverse side of the double stick tape. Trying not to get too many fingerprints on the LCD, but we're going to talk about cleaning it in just a minute. Okay, great. So I've got my double stick tape all ready, but before I'm ready for my LCD, we need to do a little bit of cleaning here. So I'm going to take some eye clear. There you go, some eye clear. Nice, non-abrasive. And I'm going to take a nice, clean, fresh microfiber towel. Trying not to clean the glue, but I am cleaning the fingerprints off of the LCD. Great. But now you're left with all this fuzz on the screen, and that's no fun. So I'm going to take a gel roller. For you AASPs out there, you're probably already using one of these with your iMacs. And I've got my sticky pad there, and we're just going to roll the dust right off of it. Great. Awesome. So now I'm going to do the same thing on the glass panel. I was actually careful when I was taking off the glass panel to not touch the underside of it. So just going to go ahead and gently roll the dust that may have accumulated off of here. Okay, great. And just going to set this down. And your litmus test here, if you laid it down in the right place, is that the glass will lay flat where those two metal pins are. And I find that it goes in pretty easily. I'm actually going to use my microfiber cloth now to seal the tape so that I'm not aiding to the fingerprints that are on the glass. And finally, spray it down one more time with my eye clear on the front of the glass. And can't even tell anything was taken off of it. Beautiful working machine. Enjoy it.